What is up, everybody? Xxiou back here once again in No Man's Sky, and today we're talking about the Quicksilver Shop. So we're going to go over getting Quicksilver, the items in this shop, and I'm also going to show you how to get some of these items for free. So let's get into it. Okay, so the Quicksilver Shop. In order to purchase things here, you need to earn Quicksilver. Now, where do you get Quicksilver? You get Quicksilver from doing missions over here. You can get up to 450 Quicksilver per day. Other ways are like derelict freighters. You get a bit of Quicksilver. There's some other places within the game, but it's not really any decent amount. So the majority of it is going to come from doing the missions here. So, what does this guy sell, and does he sell anything useful? And we're going to go through his list right now. And I'm going to tell you what these things do or don't do. Okay, well, the first thing you should know is the way this whole thing works with the Universal Community Research Progress. You can see we're in Tier 3. 70%, and at 100 this will unlock. So the way these tiers kind of work, this isn't just your progress of doing the missions over there, it's everybody who's playing the game. So don't feel like you have to just sit there and do a million missions. You could do like one a day is fine. And this is still gonna go up, and these things are gonna unlock. So that's kind of how that works. The rounded laser. Okay, this is a pet accessory. It, as far as I can tell, is cosmetic only. It doesn't do anything special than the square laser does. Cosmetic. Movement tracker, again, as far as I can tell, also cosmetic. The energy coil, I have been able to use that with a mod, and that also seems to be strictly cosmetic. Just does what the laser does, just looks different. All right, and then you got some decorations here. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Different titles you can get for yourself if you want them. Now, these are definitely useful. There's some very cool base pieces in the Quicksilver Shop. Like these plants here are really great. Decals if you want them. These are really good. You can see I don't really go after the titles because I'm not really interested in any of them. All right, now the starship trails can actually boost your starship stats a little bit. There's multiple bobbleheads, and when you install these in your ship, you'll only see one, but you can install more than one. And I'll show you what I have installed in a second after we go through this stuff. So more starship trails. Again, these are very useful. Most of this stuff here is just going to be stuff you could put around your base, you know, like the rock here. This is very important. This is the void egg. This is how you get a living ship. You need to buy a void egg, and once you have the void egg will kick off the mission to get your living ship, which takes about a week real time to complete. So the void egg is probably the most prized thing in here because it gives you a ship. Okay, now the jetpack trails, these don't give any benefit. It's just, you know, whatever you like. I like the green ones, so that's what I use. The alien faces that you can get, again, no benefit to these. These are strictly cosmetic, but if you like, you can get one. Same thing goes with the armor. The armor is also, you know, strictly cosmetic. It doesn't give you any benefits. Same with these helmets. No benefits, just looks cool. Then you got your different gestures. Now these are maybe a bit more important than they used to be, because I believe these control the pets are supposed to. So I got them all just to test out with pets and stuff. But that's a great building piece right there. The small aquarium. Some of the really neat little base pieces are in the Quicksilver Shop. These are cool little base building pieces, or little things you can put around your base. They don't really do much, but they're cool. And that is the Quicksilver Shop. So for the most part, it's cosmetic and base pieces. but there are a few things in there that are actually useful. First, let's take a look at Starship. In my experience, the only bobbleheads that seem to work correctly are Apollo, Artemis, and the Atlas figurine. The Atlas figurine gives a fairly big boost to your hyperdrive range. And these guys, like if I move Artemis, you can see my maneuverability just went down. So if you slot Artemis and Apollo in between these starship trails, cadmium, golden, stealth, and emerald, that's the way you want to set these up. I've messed around with all the other bobbleheads. They are supposed to give other bonuses, but as far as I can tell, they're not working correctly. So maybe they are working correctly at the time you watch this video, but at the time of me recording it, they do not. So these are the only ones I use. But those are from the Quicksilver Shop, and yeah, those are useful. And then, of course, the Atlas figurine. Okay, so what does everyone want to know? How do you get free Quicksilver items? Okay, now you can't get every single item in the Quicksilver Shop for free, but you can get a lot of them. So here's what you need to do. First thing is you need to have networking enabled. Okay, so let's take a look here. I have 10,445 Quicksilver. So in order to do this, you will need some Quicksilver, at least enough to buy the thing. Now, the things you can get for free are things that you install. So like the bobbleheads, the starship trails. So right here, Nada, 3,200, okay? So we're gonna buy Nada. You see my Quicksilver went down. Now, right here, we're going to tab, and we're going to install the Nada bobblehead that we just got. Okay, so that's installed on our ship. Now, the next part is we need to find somebody standing around the space anomaly here, and we need to pass them an item. Doesn't matter what the item is, just give somebody in the space anomaly something. So I'll give this guy the crystal sulfide. All right, so once that is done, you're gonna reload your autosave. Okay, so here we are loaded back in, and let's see. Our Quicksilver is back at 10,445, and we still have the Nada figurine. So that has been in the game for a really long time. That trick, I don't think they're ever going to fix it. It only will work on things you install. So basically, you need to install the thing first before you reload. So just to recap how that trick works. When you land at the space anomaly and get out of your ship, it makes a save point. So that's when you go interact with the Quicksilver guy, and you buy your bobbleheads or starship trails or whatever you might want. You install it, you pass a random item to somebody in here, and then you reload that save. And after the reload, you will have the Quicksilver item, and your Quicksilver will be back. It really only works on things that you can install. Like the pet accessories, you can put those onto the pet right away. So you should be able to buy it, put it onto your pet, pass an item to a random person, reload your save, and still have that item on the pet. So it'll only work on like the starship trails and the bobbleheads, and I believe the pet accessories as well. If I'm wrong on any of that, someone can correct me, and there may be other ones you can get for free in here, but as far as I know, it's just the ones you can install, like I just did. Okay, so that is basically what this guy does. He seems to update with new items about every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. We'll get new stuff in there. So something you should be aware of. This is not something you do when you first start playing the game. I would suggest, you know, you should follow the main story for a while before you get into even doing these missions. It could be a little difficult if you're just starting out, but once you get to the point, that's how you can get free stuff from there, and that's what those things in the Quicksilver shop do. So I hope that helped you out. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. If you have anything to add, please leave a comment below, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.